I'm staying in this fucking house.
No, at the end, only one couple will be crowned the perfect match.
Hey guys, welcome to the Geek Dunk. I'm Josh.
I'm Billy.
I'm Ashley.
And today we are talking Netflix's Perfect Match.
That's right. You got all the losers from the other shows, all the other love shows, all come together on this one.
Yeah, we got the Avengers of the love
Avengers.
shows coming together.
They're not all love shows, though.
They're all love shows but one, I think.
Yeah.
The Mole.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
the Mole,
two,
yeah,
I
the Mole
guess.
wasn't a love show.
Yeah,
that's
the Circle.
And
a love
Sophie is
show?
from some kind of
But I
real
thought in the
estate
circle,
show.
people were like still hooking up and stuff too, though, right? So I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, Aunt Sophie is like from a real, like, she's like some realtor in Tampa or Florida.
She's
somewhere.
from Selling Tampa,
There you
whatever
go.
that
Selling
is.
Tampa.
I'm pretty sure that's like a realtor.
Yeah, it's a realtor show.
She probably
Yeah.
sells like the high end stuff, you know?
That's right.
Now we got
Stuff we can't
host
afford.
Nick Lachey. He's back. How do we feel about Nick?
He's Nick.
Nick Lachey, man, he thinks he's God's gift. You know, he's just like, yo, you got Nick here, baby. Of course you do.
I like
This
Nick.
is. Yeah, Nick's cool.
And instead of gold or silver cups like Love is Blind or the Ultimatum, they got white cups.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah, we did
white
not go
plastic
out and
cups,
get
man.
white cups, though.
Need the white cups.
Yeah, they always see you floating at the end of the
At
pool.
the end
Yeah,
of
they
the-
have
They
to-
let her throw it in the pool,
Right,
like
yeah.
act like someone just left
I don't
it.
know
Right,
who
exactly.
goes up and cleans up after
No,
these
well, I
people.
tell you what, yeah, exactly. Have you seen the rooms, man? Like when you watch their freaking bedrooms, these kids are slobs, man. They got shit laid all over the floors and stuff, and they walk in. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, they don't show them eat or anything, so I don't know how.
You
all that
are
stuff-
obsessed with
I
this.
need to know
I
how
know,
these
right?
people eat
I think
and
it-
what goes on.
I think it was too hot. There was a couple other ones that you're like, do these people eat? And they go
Yeah.
on these dates and they still don't even eat on the date.
Well, this show's a little bit like Too Hot to Handle, where people are pairing up, they're bringing new people in. What do you guys think about the premise of this show?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when we first watched the trailer for it, I was like, all right, it looks cool. But I tell you right now, this show is called The Perfect Match, but it ain't got shit to do with compatibility, right? All these events they're doing have nothing to do with compatibility. All the events we've seen so far, like, can you do 27 push-ups with her on your back? Like, what the fuck does that got to do with compatibility?
It was
Nothing.
how well do you know
Yeah.
your partner? Do you know
Even-
if your partner can do that?
Yeah, but that still has nothing to do with compatibility, right? Like, that's something you learn throughout
So
the
what do you
process
want 'em
of
to
getting
do?
to know somebody. I
Yeah,
don't know.
what
I
do
mean,
you
Yeah,
want
what
them
do
to
you
do?
want them to do?
Don't get me wrong. It's cool watching these. It's cool watching them, but they really don't have shit to do with compatibility. I mean, I don't know what
Some
they
of them
do,
maybe
so.
do.
Not as much as you would think, though, right? Like even the water bucket one in the first episode was like, how many has this person had sex in a public space? What the hell's that got to do with compatibility? So you, didn't get
So
shit to
you
do with
want
compatibility.
not only you want
Well, maybe-
different events, you want better questions on the
Yeah.
ones they got.
It's again, that was how well do you know your partner?
Yeah, but again,
Did you talk about that on the first night? When you meet someone
and that's
you
it too.
spend the night with them the first night, do you tell them, yes, I had sex in a public space?
Right? Is that a question you normally have on a first night? On a first date? I don't know.
But maybe it's more of the vibe.
Maybe with these people.
right, exactly.
The answer for
Dude.
these type of people is
Yeah.
just yes. Obviously, they have.
hey,
Chances of.
or who can untie this rope together the quickest? Is that anything to do with compatibility? Now it's a cool game. It was cool to watch. But
Yeah.
I think it should do with
Let's
compatible.
talk about the cast. What do you guys think of the people on the show?
Like I said, it's the delinquents from all the other shows who didn't hook up or did. And then the funny thing is, you find out some of these people actually did hook up together, like. And it's like so
That's
bring it
a
back
little
together.
interesting
seems to
wrinkle.
be- yeah, there seems to be an inner circle of people who were on these reality
Mm-hmm.
shows that are. I'm assuming the common link is Netflix.
Right,
like
exactly,
they probably have these
Tight-knit
like
group.
parties and get-togethers and be like, oh, you were on that show, you were on that show.
Well, some people are DMing people.
It's
and
like
meeting them.
Francesca.
Yeah.
Francesca seems like she got around a little bit. What's her name? The blonde-haired chick sounds like maybe she got around a little bit, and she, but both of them hooked up with Joey in the past, right? Now Joey's back in here with both these chicks.
Yeah, I
and
don't
stuff
get
now, so.
the obsession with Joey. I don't get that one.
I'll tell you, I thought Joey was a douchebag in the first episode, but then after you get to know the guy and a couple episodes in, I'm like, all right, Joey's all right, man. I like that dude.
This initial cast has the F word, Francesca. What do we think of her?
At first, I kind of
Beautiful woman.
Yeah, she is, but the thing is, she knows it too much, and she's like, oh, I want somebody to worship me, and she's so full of herself. And in the way she treats Dom, man, I know we'll get into
I
that. Just
hate
crazy,
the way she
dude.
treats
I'm like,
Dom.
holy shit.
So I liked her. I watched her season of Too Hot to Handle, and I liked her in Too Hot to Handle, and I kind of rooted for her and the guy she was with on that. And I did like, when I realized that she was on the Love is Blind and like had kind of interacted with Damien.
They just brought her in for drama.
Right, exactly. And I felt bad for her then, right?
Yeah, they did bring her in for drama, but she was very subdued and like she's like, look, I'm not going to get in the middle, and she excused herself and left the party and didn't cause a scene. And I liked that person. Yeah. I don't like this person.
No, this person is completely self-centered.
Yeah.
Whenever Dom was trying to talk to Savannah, actually, I should say whenever Savannah was trying to talk to Dom, he didn't initiate it, she did. And she gets pissed out like, Dom, no.
Yeah,
like, talking like a dog, like a damn dog, no.
No.
I'm like,
that was hilarious. She looks at him and is like,
Yeah, like he's a dog.
And he don't even know what's going on. He's like trying to get his food or drink.
Right. Dude's like, I'm going to grab some food and drink, man. What the hell?
And and then she's immediately like cut off Savannah as if like she's like the devil. And I'm like, she's doing what she's supposed to be doing.
And Savannah had a legitimate point. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then she's just like, no, she's a snake. She's not a snake.
No, she just
went and talked to the guy that she wanted to have an interaction with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point of being there.
That's the exact point there, right? I mean, Nick Lachey says that. Hey, you guys need to mingle around, see who you're connecting with, and try to make some connections.
So I think it's shady. I think it's fucked up. I think I need a mop to pick up your fucking dignity off the floor because I would never pull that fucking... You're just desperate. You're trying to stay. I get it.
All right, so who do you like?
Initially, I did not like Joey. Now I do. Now I'm like, okay,
big
Joey's
Joey
good
fan,
dude.
huh?
Joey's all right
up
now.
to you.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the girls like all flock to him. Like, because he
I
just
don't know
comes
if all the girls are
It's-
flawed.
no,
There's
well,
really one girl.
Right.
No, but then he had a thing with Francesca. He obviously
Yeah,
doesn't
but-
have a hard time getting women.
Right, no, yeah.
Francesca
That's pretty
seems
damn
like he is on her shit list or something like that because she seems not to entertain him too much.
Yeah. But he does seem to be. I mean, he is growing on me, especially dealing with what's her name,
Carousel.
Carousel.
Carousel's kind of out there.
No, yeah.
Carousel's crazy.
Carousel's loud, right? Carousel's loud, outgoing.
The panda from Sexy Beasts.
Yeah, exactly. And I never watched that. I know you did. You said it was
we
all right,
watched an episode or two. We never really watched.
Yeah, but she is definitely loud and outgoing and not afraid to speak her mind, right? She talks her piece, and she's probably the most person you see in front of the camera in like the one-on-one, like all the time. She's in the one-on-one.
Pretty eccentric and plays it up, I think.
Yeah.
And and she gets done dirty too. I mean, several Chase
I
goes back
loved
to dirty.
Shane. I loved Shane on Love Is Blind.
Yeah, I can't sit still, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
and I can't understand half of what he said.
That dude is constantly moving.
Oh yeah, that dude's ADHD to the next level, man.
Something.
But what I will say about Shane is he has no business on any of these love shows. He can't take it, right? As soon as he gets connected to somebody,
he's all in.
He's all in. And if they start flirting with somebody else, or they're playing a game and kissing somebody else, he like freaks out about it. And it's like, dude, you don't belong here. He just really doesn't. Shane just totally should not be in that house. He needs to. I mean, he keeps threatening to pack his shit and leave, and actually he needs to, right? He probably should.
Yeah.
Probably the best thing for him.
Now, what's the couple that strategically got together?
That's
Savannah
and Nick.
Yeah, Savannah
and Nick. That kind of shows you like it shows the perfect match. But is it the perfect match? Because again, they were strategic and like, hey, we'll couple up. That keeps us in the house, and then we can keep mingling, and then they just kind of formed a friendship that was, all right, how can I help you get this girl? How can I help you get this guy? But I think Savannah
was kind of cool though. I
did like it, but I think Savannah was falling for him.
I don't think she was. I think she was falling. Well, I think she just finally realized, shit, if I don't put the freaking gas on it here at the end, I'm gonna get kicked out of this house. She was kind of too late on that.
I think that was more about that than actually falling for
right,
that.
exactly.
You start to look around. Who's left in this bitch?
Even though on the, when they did the kissing competition where they were all blindfolded and had to kiss each other, like she was all about his kiss, right? And he was all about hers.
Well, everyone was about Nick's kiss.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, he broke it down to like a science.
Yeah.
And
right.
said he had a lot of practice on his hands.
MIT, right? He's freaking mathematician.
I hope you guys took notes,
That's right. Oh, no, I know. Well, that's the hilarious thing,
you don't
too.
need no
Dude,
you don't need no notes.
No, I definitely need no notes, right? I mean, that's the funniest shit, though, when Dom's like, when he's talking to Francesca about their kiss, he's like, what, I kiss like a dad? And she's like, no, you don't kiss like a dad. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell's being a dad got to do with kissing? So how do you think those guys became dads? Right.
What did you think of? Is it Inez? Is that her name?
Inez, yeah.
Inez.
So the French girl.
She was the top female kisser.
Like all the dudes are all about Inez's kissing skills.
Yeah.
I wish they would have taken I get it was blindfold and headphones, but you still tell based
They
on the
know
height.
who
Like
they're
they
kissing.
should have like masked that a little bit more. And as we've seen, Chase kind of cheats and strategizes, and he knows, hey,
Who's
this is
kissing.
Carousel, so I'm going to
Yeah.
rate her low, so that builds me up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and,
Also,
and
they
not only
were-
that, but they got different hairstyles and all that. So as soon as you're reaching in, I mean, you're touching the
Yeah.
girl's hair, you know who you're kissing. So
And they were all wearing the same clothes they had previously been wearing, and half these guys were crop tops.
Right.
So you got
Right.
Chase and
Damn crop tops, man.
Shane in crop tops. So it's
and
like
Dom too. Dom's all about his crop tops.
there you go. Oh, so it was Dom and not Chase, Dom and Shane. So it's like, okay, when you feel they're wearing a crop top, you're like, okay, it's one of these two.
Right.
And you see how glammed up these people are. You got to imagine
Oh,
they're
yeah.
wearing colognes and perfumes. You can probably smell
Yeah, you
who
probably
these
can.
people
Right,
are.
exactly.
So
Yeah, no doubt.
they knew who they were kissing.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, there was no mysteriousness, no mystique to that freaking competition.
But I would like
they
to
all
know
knew who they
is
were
Nick
kissing.
is not Nick? That's his name.
Yeah.
Nick. Is he really that
Big
good of a
Nick
kisser? Or is that a strategy?
Big Nick energy.
Energy, that's right. Big Nick energy. Yeah.
It's hard to say. Is he really that good of a kisser, or was that
Yeah.
all?
Well, he's always
strategic?
6
Yeah.
years, man. So
Yeah.
Josh said he won't give him a little bit of Nick, you know.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm.
Who doesn't?
Everybody
Word is on the
does.
street, he's a straight 9. So,
Straight 9.
but
Hey man, hey,
I
Shane,
thought the
Shane got a
competitions.
10. You know, you got a
I
10
thought
from
the
an edge.
competitions were pretty cool. I mean, the first one was like whatever.
Yeah.
But I thought the kissing one was pretty cool
Yeah.
because that adds an interesting dynamic.
Now, out of all of them that actually has something to do with compatibility, that's probably the only one that really had to do with compatibility, right? I mean, you know, if you're kissing together isn't very good, then you're probably not gonna be too compatible, right?
You don't want to chip a tooth.
Yeah, exactly. right.
I was like, did he really chip a tooth? And then it came out that he didn't really chip a
Right,
tooth.
of course he didn't. No, he was just full
I was
shit.
like, don't you think she would notice that?
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
Yeah, and she took that very personal.
She really
Yeah.
did.
Well,
Well,
he
she's
was
pretty
being a
drama.
jerk, man. Yeah.
She's pretty drama too, though.
Yeah, and I really like the competition, even though Billy seems to hate it, where they were writing stuff on the board to try
I
and
liked that
compete.
too.
I really
I
enjoyed that.
like the strategic part of like the over under. Like, are we going to overbid? Are we going to
I
underbid?
thought that was cool.
You know, I thought it was funny when I guess I don't remember who it was that was with Chase, and she said 11. He's like 11. You think that's all I can do?
That was a push-up,
I'm
yeah.
all
Yeah, no,
insulted by that.
No, like I said, I didn't hate the competitions. They were cool. I just thought most of them didn't have crap to do with compatibility. You know, like, hey, let's see how many freaking states we can guess out of the United States together.
God,
Oh, good Lord.
you're just like him. Alaska's right in Alaska.
Yeah, because Dom picked Alaska, and everybody's like, dude, that's not a freaking
She
country.
said it to him like 4 times.
What's Alaska? What's Alaska?
Alaska's part of the States. Alaska is not a country.
Yeah, but this is the state, though. It's part of it. Alaska's not a country.
Well,
Well, all the other people
And
were
then she
too.
erased it and he rewrote it.
I think Joey's like, is China a country? Like, geez,
Well, then who
Louise.
was it? Who was it? Carousel was like, which one's China? Which one's China? And which one's Russia? Or maybe that was what's her name, man? Lord, she were talking about at the beginning.
Savannah?
No, not Savannah.
Francesca.
Yeah, maybe
No,
it's her that said
Francesca
that.
seemed to actually know.
Yeah.
She
I
was
bet
like,
But-
Ennis knows,
Yeah.
probably being from Europe and stuff.
Yeah, you would think so.
I mean,
Probably
all
know
the
more of
surrounding
those either.
countries.
Yeah,
you
you
know
should
what
probably
people
know
people in
a little
America
bit more
just
of
know,
that.
like Canada, the United States. So,
maybe.
Well, I tell you what's hilarious though, man, was the push-up one when Nick was like, "Yeah, hell no." He's like flat out, "Nope." He ain't giving me that.
And the
I
peppers.
can't do one.
People
I
were
can't do one.
Right.
people were a little overzealous on how many peppers they could
Oh,
eat.
dude, that was crazy. Dude, when they were,
I loved that he was really supportive of her,
Oh, yeah.
though, that she gave the effort and he.
But what they eat? Like 1 or 2 peppers?
Yeah,
they said
did.
they would eat like 30 or
30.
something.
Yeah, they said 30.
Yeah.
Right? And they could not polish off 2 or 3 total, right? So yeah, that was
Now,
was bad.
Izzy seemed pretty confident. I'd like to see her go at it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because she's like, I'll eat all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both looked.
But those were
pretty
big
rough.
peppers, too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. It was cool.
Yeah,
I
that
liked
was
it.
cool competition. I like it.
Yeah, I get like it doesn't deal with compatibility too much, but I enjoyed it. It was cool.
It involves some teamwork. I actually think it does a lot to do with compatibility.
Oh.
Relationship.
I don't know how naming countries.
Right, yeah, right.
But-
And how does eating hot peppers have to do with compatibility?
Teamwork, like bidding
Teamwork?
in the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
Chase
strategy between.
There was no
between,
strategy. They were just trying
behind.
to outbid each other. Like, fuck it. They said 27. All right, fine. We're going to say 30
But
because
there's
we're
a
going to do it.
strategy between. I can't. Is it behind or between? I'm trying to say. Overbidding and underbidding, because you may not have to complete the challenge, but if you're the lowest bid and the other person does complete the challenge,
Yeah,
then
then
you're
you're
out.
out. Yeah.
So there's strategy to being kind of the middle bid there.
Yeah, but when they picked 30, there was other people that were like way lower than that. They didn't have to go that high, right? I mean, because let's be honest. I don't think.
Well,
anybody,
then their
I don't think any-
strategy sucked.
I don't think.
but I'm just
I don't think.
saying,
I don't
their
think any of those teams
strategy.
could have eaten more than 10. I mean, maybe. I mean, now Izzy was like down for it. She's like, hell yeah, I love
I
spice.
mean, I'd
can
like
do
to
it.
see it, though.
Maybe she could have done, maybe maybe 5, right? But I don't think anybody could have done anywhere near even 10.
I mean, they were crying off one.
Right, yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't know. What do you think about Francesca saying like her little thing on the true or false thing with the girl going down, pulling the tampon
Oh, dude,
out?
that was.
Yeah, that's.
Oh man, yeah, that was, yeah, it's a little too much.
That's disgusting.
Little TMI there. She's like, yeah, why not? I was already down there, you know.
Yeah,
I can think of
about that.
100 reasons why not. No.
She don't mind getting her Red Wings, man. She's all right with that.
And then
disgraceful.
then Joey can't get over an ex, and Carousel kind of flips out. But
All right, so Carousel gets so mad. She gets really mad about that. Then she gets really mad about her going on a date with someone, and he's not jealous enough.
and this girl's making out with people.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
I
What
mean,
is it going to take for you're not? What is it going to take to make you like heated that I'm not spending time with you? But then at the kissing or the truth and dare, when she kisses Nick, was it?
Yeah.
She says to the camera after, she's like, it's really nice that we can have this relationship where he doesn't get jealous about stuff like that. I'm like,
Well,
literally, like
When
48
she-
hours ago, you really wanted the jealousy.
well, and the funny thing is, that's when I started really like liking Joey and respecting him.
Right.
When she was going off about jealousy stuff, and he's like, I'm me, I'm who I am. You can either like me for who I am or not, or go away. But I'm into you, but you're not going to change me. I am who I am. You know who I am. So you need to accept me for who I am.
Well, he did do the pole dancing on somebody. And
Yeah,
was
yeah.
grinding.
was it
On
pole
Izzy.
dancing, though?
I don't know what you want to call that, but he was grinding pretty hard on
the hell
someone.
out of her, man.
And she seemed okay with that.
Yeah, she was fine with it because she was gonna make it out with Nick, right? So, of course, in the beginning we had Zay hooking up with Aunt Sophie, right? But Aunt Sophie was like, I liked her, man. She was like, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, I liked her.
She's a cute girl, sweetheart, really nice person. But Zay was like, Zay hasn't changed a bit since the Ultimatum. Zay is just like, I don't care about nothing. Freaking just so laid back. Just he doesn't try for anything. And I was like, man, that dude ain't gonna last. And sure enough, he was out quick, right? But,
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's not a good
No,
guy.
yeah,
he's just there.
Right.
What'd you think about Calvin? He was in and out, but
Yeah, Calvin was very, he was very active dude, right? But and it was funny. Who
He
was
was
this?
trying.
Was it Chase? Was like, dude, this dude's wearing like a full suit. It's 90 degrees. Yeah, I didn't get it.
Understand
Very
the
dapper
sleeves.
looking.
He
Yeah.
had some weird sleeve thing going on.
Yeah, I did not understand the dude's outfit when they're at a freaking
he looked
beach,
like he was a
you know?
butler or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a banker.
Oh, so,
a dealer.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
when I looked up where it was filmed, so they're in Panama City, Florida, at this freaking mansion, and evidently that mansion is $7,500 a night to rent. So I was like, damn,
7,500.
a night. Yeah.
Well, I think the show's only 3
I
weeks.
was gonna
So.
say that's not nothing for Netflix.
No, but I'm saying for any normal person to rent out a mansion like that, that mansion's $7,500
Yeah,
a
it's
night to rent.
nothing.
All right, Billy, book it
I'm sure-
in the
I'm sure-
summer.
And Netflix probably paid more than that for it, right? Just because it's for the show, but it's right.
Now I see it. One problem with this show is like they are bringing new people, swapping them out, but normally in these shows they bring them in pretty close to the end. So the last couples you kind of bring in don't have much of a chance to win these things.
Yeah.
I would rather they just had a group of people and then they slowly like whittled it down. Just swapping out adds an interesting dynamic, but they should have like a cutoff, like some time before like the midpoint to give everyone a fair shot at this.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then this time, we're telling them bringing people in, then they bring Chase in, and Chase is like the ultimate asshole, right? Well, aside from towards the end, freaking
He's just
Francesca.
like a revolving door.
Yeah, that dude's like moving on to the next best thing, and he's just breaking hearts along the process and just doesn't care, right? And it's just like, man, like, giving her a 1, damn well, he finally admitted, yeah, the kiss was a hell of a lot better than a 1, but I did it strategically because I knew I was kissing her.
He
and
was
I didn't want her
crapping
to
on
win.
everybody.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was like, man, that's messed up. Man, that dude is messed up.
I can't get past the roach on his head.
Oh, that was crazy, dude. That's hilarious. What they call him,
Yeah.
Roach Boy or whatever.
Yeah. That would have been a no from.
Yeah.
That's like a Seinfeld.
That's an omen right there. That's an omen.
That's like the Seinfeld moment. I'm out.
Toothbrush,
Toothbrush in the
toilet
toilet.
thing. Like I can't
done.
can't get over this.
Nope.
Yeah, that dude's like bouncing around chick to chick, breaking hearts, man. And then, then the funny thing is, so the last 2 people came in. Who was it? Georgia and Izzy. And so Georgia's like went on her date with him. And then she's like all about him, and turns out Francesca's like really good friends with her and Izzy. She's pulling both of them aside, saying like, "Hey, stay the hell away from Chase. He's basically a fuckboy. He's just been bouncing around breaking hearts." And George is like, "Oh yeah, we had such a good date, and yada yada yada." And I was like, "Yeah,
It's not like that with me.
right."
Shane
exactly.
calls him like a little bitch, but then
Yeah.
he's hanging out with him like
Right,
he's
right.
not. So like I don't know.
And then finally, and then, well, we really didn't talk about Savannah too much. Savannah, I liked Savannah.
I like her.
Yeah, I liked her a lot.
I really
It's-
like.
man,
She's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Savannah's a beautiful girl. It sucked to see her go, but
Man, what about her and Francesca going out?
oh, that was good, dude. That
Oh,
was
I
good.
love the way she handled Francesca.
Oh, I know. She didn't back down.
hell no.
I loved it.
She put Francesca in her
wasn't-
place, man. And she did it. Well, the funny thing is, Francesca ran her mouth on the one-on-one, so then she comes over and sits right down next to her in front of everybody and just
Yeah.
just puts her in her place. I was like, hell yeah, that's how you do
She's
it.
like, "Oh, you don't need to be here." She's like, "Oh, it's fine. I can be here."
Yeah, she's like, I can do whatever the heck I want to
That's
do.
right. I'm like, this ain't your house.
Yeah.
Now
I
it
mean,
does suck that after that conversation, it kind of seems like Francesca got the better because
Because
Savannah
she
got
left,
sent
yeah.
home.
Yeah, exactly.
That does
You know,
suck.
and then,
And I hate Nick for that. I blame Nick for that.
Yeah, I mean he was choosing between three people.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
but
And
let's
then
talk about how
Nick had it, man. That dude was like, I got 3 different girls to
He
choose
went
from here.
from like nobody to like everybody wants him.
Let's go from like he was pining after Inez the whole time. Finally gets her, wakes up the next day. Yeah.
I mean, he
Dude,
spent
sure.
like
Feeling it.
1 hour with her and was like, "Oh, I messed
yeah,
up."
like
she
because
must snore. That's what it is.
yeah, well, no, he was like, we get to the room and there really wasn't any talk. And he's like, I was expecting like make out all night and kiss, and that didn't happen. So yeah, I'm good.
But I don't know if
It's
he
like,
gave it much of an effort
I
at
don't
the
think
same
he did
time
either.
because he's like, "I'm gonna go to
go
bed."
to sleep. Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like,
I don't think he
oh,
gave it any effort at all, man. I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what the hell's
Very
wrong with the
odd.
guy. Why he didn't just actually try to go for Savannah, man. It's like, damn, Savannah was hot.
I
Yeah,
know.
they were like in the friend zone
Yeah.
early on for
Yeah,
some
crazy.
reason. They couldn't shake it. I don't know.
Yeah. I think he could have shaken. I do think she started to fall for him. I do.
I don't think she started to fall for him yet, but I think had they kept hanging out and stuff, I think they probably could have worked. I think they could have
Yeah.
made something happen there. But yeah, unfortunately, man, Savannah just kind of
Sad to see her go.
And then Dom, man. Dom's like a big freaking teddy bear sweetheart, man. Just nice dude. I mean, it reminds me of Lenny Kravitz, man. Got the kind of Lenny Kravitz hair and nose ring and going on and stuff, and the fingernail polish and all that stuff, But he is very awkward, right? You could tell he feels awkward in a lot of scenarios, and he just he's very sort of he never really looks
He's very
comfortable.
reserved.
He's very
And
reserved and never
He's
looks
not
comfortable.
just-
Francesca's
type
a
that would
little
be on the
too
show.
much
Exactly.
for him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When he even said that in the beginning, right? He's like, yeah, I like Francesca. I think I'm way out of her league, but I think I'm going to shoot my shot with her. And he did. And then he ends up getting bit in the ass for that at the end. I was like, holy cow. What she does to that poor bastard, man.
He's way out of her league.
Yeah, he thought,
No,
he said
she's
she
way
was
out of
his league.
his league.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
and now Francesca and Chase, while they're with their partner, choose to go on a date with somebody else. What do you think
Mm-hmm.
of that?
Well, Chase, I saw it coming, right? I knew that dude wasn't going
Yeah.
to stick with her. I saw that coming, but Francesca, when she
And
that,
Sophie had no shot with him.
yeah, exactly.
So we don't know how the date yet that Francesca chose because that's
We know
like,
she chose-
going
well, we
into
know
the
she
next
chose Damien.
episodes. Yeah. And what is it about this Damien guy? Because I never really saw the appeal to Damien
Right, I mean, he's not really that
in
good looking of
Love
a
is
dude, right?
Blind or
And
any of that.
he's not very chill either. He's kind of
Right.
a little bit uptight.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And he's a little
Maybe he's fit or something.
well, he's fit, yeah. But he's a little shady, right? The way he
He's
did her,
very
yeah, the way
shady.
he did her and that other girl in Love Is Blind, the way all that went down, is like he's shady as hell.
There's
Yeah.
something
So-
more to this too because she knows him, and then she said
They've
we
never
never
kissed."
kissed.
Which I
Like,
think is
Yeah.
but
bullshit.
then you're saying
Yeah.
I need to ditch you to go on this date.
Yeah,
That's
I
really
think she's
weird. to
lying
me.
her ass off, and she's saying we never kissed and done anything. I think they totally.
And
have.
poor Dom is trying to be cool, but then he just
Oh, he breaks down and
he
crying.
breaks
Poor
down
guy.
and
into
all the girls are coming
tears.
to get him hugs, and you can't, you can't blame him, man, dude. I mean, she flat out was, chastising him for
Don't even
Savannah,
talk
for
to
a
Savannah.
and talking to him like a dog. No, when Savannah's trying to talk to him, and
Yeah.
then she's like, yeah,
And he's
Damien's
so
here.
loyal anyway,
Oh, yeah.
where you don't even need to say that.
Exactly. Yeah, dude, that poor
And
guy,
I think
man.
he felt bad about walking off on the banana incident where he's like trying to make up for it and be like, if you want to go on the date, but he
Right,
clearly
yeah.
doesn't want her to.
No, yeah.
I don't know why she needs to pursue it. Like if she wants to talk to him about something to get him in the house, but why do you have to be the one to go on a date?
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, you want something with him.
Oh yeah, and he knows.
Now, do you think Chase and Francesca are trying intentionally to create some drama to build their mystique up on these
I think
shows?
Chase
or something
did.
like
Chase
that?
even says
Chase
he
is,
is.
yeah.
Chase even says
I think
he's like,
Francesca might be too.
yeah, I don't know, man.
I think these two are kind of like they know they're making a career out of these type
Reality
of shows,
shows.
Reality
and making
shows,
it interesting.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
Well,
know,
well, I
because
do.
it just seemed out of place. Like, why would you do that to Dom?
They're not there to find their perfect match.
Half
for
these
sure.
people aren't there.
Chase
I
sure
don't
as hell
think
ain't,
so.
for sure.
Maybe Ines, maybe Shane.
Yeah, there's
Shane definitely. Shane will go he'll do anything to find his perfect. He just
Oh, yeah.
wants his perfect match.
Exactly, and Inez kind of gives that same vibe, right? She really just wants to find somebody she can vibe with and connect with.
Now Joey and Carousel are just, I don't know.
Oh, dude, they're
There's
yeah.
some
They got
claims
some
that she
weird
wants
thing
that, but
going
she's
on.
just crazy.
They're
She
both
comes
kind of
across
crazy
very
together.
But like the last episode or two of them together, man, they were just. I mean, they're all just all now. I mean, at the beginning there was drama with them. Now it's just completely lovey-dovey together and all that. And they seem
Well,
like
they're
a good
strong
match,
now, right?
Yeah, very
Which is
strong.
Yeah.
they start
Exactly.
off like super toxic, and now they're strong.
No, they're
So
by
it's-
far the
it's-
strongest couple
it's
there. You know, I mean, they're the only. They're the only strong couple there.
But they are toxic, so it could flip.
It could.
That's true.
They are very toxic together, so it's unpredictable.
And Joey's like, I mean, that last episode when he was like, man, she's my girl. He's like, she's mine. She's what I want. I ain't worried about anything else, right?
So where do you see this going?
I see a whole lot more fuck games. That should have been the name of the show, fuck games. It should have been called
Jeez.
Perfect Match. You know,
I think Netflix would have a problem with that title. I don't know.
because it's just, I mean, it's just a lot of drama. You know, like we were saying, and a lot of people really aren't there to find their match. You can already tell they're not. They're just there to try to win something and make names for themselves in the, you know, in the reality TV world. So
Bartice is kind of yet to come.
yeah,
Diamond.
Artiste is
God.
coming back, right? And Diamond's coming back this next, or no, she's not. Well, I'm sure we'll see her at some point.
It
Or
seems like
definitely
at
see
one point
Bartice.
they might drop all the
All
remaining
of them.
people.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
think they'll. Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's pictures of them in previews and stuff like that. So I really do think that all the options that have been presented will eventually get there somehow.
And I think we see the mole guy, was his name Will, I think,
Yeah,
pops
Will
up
too.
Yeah, he
too.
pops
so.
out. Yeah, Bartice is definitely gonna be in the next episode, right? Because he got chosen for the date. You know, we got Damien, who's gonna be in the next episode. 'Cause he got chosen for a date.
So what happened on the mole between these two guys? Because it
You know,
sounds.
I need to watch that show. 'Cause evidently it's pretty good. I haven't watched it yet.
We watched it at some point a long time ago, like one season of it.
I tried
Or
it,
Celebrity Mole, I
but
think
I
it
just
was.
couldn't really get into it too much.
No, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know, man. But yeah, evidently there's some beef between those two dudes because Damon's like, yeah, man.
Yeah, and I
They
didn't
just-
see
just
that.
didn't
I didn't make it to that part, but I did see where they were getting into it. But they seem almost like friends from the part I saw. So I guess it like goes sideways at
Yeah,
some point.
because Damon was like, I don't even want to get into it. And he's like, yeah, there's beef, and I don't want to get into it.
Yeah,
You know, so it's like,
kind of
damn.
interesting. Might
We're
need to
just
check
gonna
that out.
leave
Right,
that guy out.
Right. Well, see, that's the funny thing too, though, right? Because initially he picked freaking Damien to go on a date with that other chick, right?
And she said
And then
no.
Francesca was like, "Oh, well, you know, Damien and I, we were friends. We got history. Nothing bad. You know, we never kissed or anything like that." And then she kind of talked him into like removing Damien, right? Like, no, okay, fine, we won't bring him in the fold. And then she pulls that crap on him at the end, like, okay, well, speaking of Damien, guess what?
Well, I
pull him
did
right
like
back.
how Chase and Anne Sophie are like ruling people. He's like, well, that just leaves me then.
Yeah, he did.
Like, that wasn't his plan the
He's
whole
like, yeah.
time or something.
He's like, oh no.
He's like, that just leaves one guy left in the pool, and that's me, right?
I guess we gotta do something with me in the last one. So
Turns
That
out.
dude, man. Well, that dude is a douche, man. But hey, but he does make for good TV, man. Like, oh,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, I mean, this show so far is kind of cool. It reminds me a lot of Too Hot to Handle, but it's not
Yeah.
drawing me in like Love Is Blind or
Right.
something like that. Because
Or
there's no
Ultimatum.
real. I don't feel like there's real stakes here. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
there's
you're not-
There is not.
and I think from basically what you've said on every one of these shows that you really like the idea that these people are all in or they're not. Like you like the Love Is Blind. They're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the wedding or
Right, exactly.
the Married at First Sight, things like
Yeah,
that.
if there's not a marriage at the end or something leading up to like a big event, like just
Yeah.
these dating, I just don't see.
It's
Like,
like,
what's the risk here?
okay,
You're just hooking
you
up
win
with
the
people,
show,
whatever.
and then you'll date for a month, and then you'll break up.
Right.
Who
Well,
cares?
do we even find out what they win? I don't even remember what the hell that was all about. Did Nick ever say like what the
I
grand
don't know
prize
what
is
they
or
win,
anything?
no.
Yeah. And the show reminds me more like a big brother or something, right? They're just on this damn house together, you know, playing some games, screwing around with each other.
Eliminating.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like musical chairs, like
Right, yeah, exactly.
of musical partners. You know, you don't have a partner at the end, and you go home.
you're
you
out.
know,
Right.
like-
It is kind of interesting dynamic rotating from the guys and the girls. Like Francesca
choosing.
acts like she has it in the bag when it's the guy's turn,
Mm-hmm.
but when she gets a little power, she's like, "Well, I don't know if I'm going to choose you," kind of deal. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, she's allowed to have options.
Yeah,
yeah.
apparently.
But she
He's
does.
not.
She does that dude so dirty, man. I was like, damn. When she said that, I was like, wow. So that poor guy, man. I was like, so I'm totally rooting for Dom now, man. I'm hoping he finds himself a good girl there in the house, and you know something good happens to him, and I hope Francesca gets her ass kicked out because that's wrong. That's dirty, man.
That'd be
That was
funny if
dirty.
That'd be funny if that one never
Oh,
gets
yeah.
paired up. Like,
Right.
Yeah, Ines turned on like Shane and Nick, so that's kind of interesting how that's unfolding.
yeah.
And then when Nez liked Dom's kiss, right? She rated him pretty real high on the kiss. He rated her high. So hey, maybe then we'll see him hook up or something. Who knows? But that might not be bad. I think that might be a good match
Yeah.
because I mean they both seem like loyal, good people. Who are actually there looking for some, really looking for love. We talked about people who are looking for
They're
love. We
both
said
on the
Inez, Shane.
calmer end of the spectrum.
Right, exactly.
Than these.
Yeah. I think Inez and Dom would be a good match.
I'm interested to see what more competitions they're going to have because I am enjoying that aspect.
Yeah.
But I just have a feeling by the end of this, I'm not going to care too much because it doesn't seem like anyone's looking for an actual relationship here. So
Right, exactly. Except the few we mentioned, and is that really enough to carry a show for what the show is supposed to be for?
Yeah, it will.
So,
The drama.
right.
The
The drama will
games.
carry it, right?
Yeah, that's what carries a show.
But as
Yeah.
far as what the show is intended to be, it's really not that.
I'm ready for another Ultimatum.
Absolutely. Yeah, dude, I'm definitely ready for
Love
the
is
Ultimatum.
Blind is my favorite.
Love is Blind's great,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah.
That and the Ultimatum are by far the top two Netflix, love shows. I think, in my book, because there's real skin in those in those game shows or in those games, and people are actually looking for love, and you're bringing people who are already connected. As as far as Ultimatum goes. So
yeah, I feel like in those shows you might get one or two people that are just there for trying to be famous or whatever. But this show, I feel like only one or two may be looking for love.
Right.
It's like a flip flop on that. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
exactly.
It's okay, but I mean, Love is Blind like up the game,
Oh yeah,
They
big
really
time.
did. Yeah, they really did.
Yeah, well, I guess what they say. When's the next 4 episodes come out?
Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And hey, you guys got anything left to say here?
I am looking forward to Francesca's departure.
Yeah, I'm totally looking forward
She's
to that.
going
as
to be
well.
there till the
And
end.
Chase
Just-
too, man.
She can just rotate. Like
God.
if all else fails, she probably can hook up with Chase.
Right. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to see Francesca out. After the way she just pulled a Dom, man, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with that chick. Ready to see her go.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that Savannah Francesca thing.
that was great.
Man, it was the
You wanna
best
go-
part. That's a highlight.
Right.
We're gonna finish this. He's gonna go back and rewatch.
He's going to again. Yeah. All right. But with that being said, guys, hey, we love doing this for you. We appreciate you watching. Hit that like and subscribe, and please talk with us. Let us know what you think. We had some good chatter on the Love Is Blind finale recently that we did, and definitely love to hear some comments on this one. And hit us up, and we will hit you at our next review.
See ya.
See ya.